It's just a laid back vibe, baby.
So you hear Becky and I talk about now is the great time to start and practice. So let me give you an example. I did a live recently. If you missed it, you can go catch it. It's in the feed. It'll give you context on where I'm going here. So my grandmother, Parthena, had called me into check when I was around 24, 25. It's like, bro, you're wearing the story about your mom. So I was so aware of that, right? That I then did start picking that apart. I started sifting through it like, okay, there's an energy when that comes up, when that particular topic comes up. All right, we got to go dig further there. We'll sit with that longer. And then I would diagnose when something else kind of like, ooh, that's a different type of energy. Okay, well, let's go sit with that. Well, I was so aware, right? When the dog mauling happened, Pam was cut off from me. She didn't know. But my baby sister, who still lived with our mother, well, at that time, she and I still were trying to have a relationship. And we talked, but she was also a nurse. And she was always up for any shenanigans. Like, I had a cyst one time, and I'm like, yo, bro, I got a cyst. She goes, let me pop it. Let me get it, girl. I got you. I'm like, all right, come on. Like we had that in common. We were the pimple popper cyst people. Like, we were just those, like, that was our common ground. But, I was like, let me call her. I'm going to need some help this morning. This was the next morning after the attack happened. So at this point, the only people that know about the dog attack are me, the people whose dog attacked me, my bandmate, and whoever was present at the hospital on staff who knew me. But I hadn't talked to my sister. I hadn't talked to Mom. I went talking to Pam. And, well, I woke up the next morning because I slept on my couch because, like, I had this really cool couch. Everybody that came to my house loved my couch. It was like, every time they sit down, they'd be like, oh my God, I could just sleep. And some people, I'd come back in there and I'm like, well, how are you sleeping? They're like, how is your house this calm? I'm like, it's this calm because you don't live here. It's gonna be real. It's this calm because I live here alone. Like, I do this intentionally. This is on purpose. It feels this way. So, like, but it was a sectional. And it was one of them big comfy cozy ones, and like where one side met, it was a chase lounge. I could sleep there comfortably because y'all got to remember, both hands were fucked, and my legs. One was worse than the other. Both hands was just equally fucked at that point on the next day. But when I woke up, perfectly vertically, my face, my head, so from the back of my neck to here, numb.
It ain't nothing but a laid back vibe. It's just a laid back vibe, baby.
I called my baby sister and I was like, so listen, now at this point it's a Sunday, okay? Now her and Pam, they go to church. I mean, I used to be in that routine too. So it's a Sunday morning. I woke up at like 6:50 in the morning. And I done crawled my ass upstairs to get to my bathroom, which took me forever to figure out how I was even going to, like, use the bathroom. Like, that was a whole meltdown. And I'm, like, crying, and my face is numb. So, like, nothing's happening on this side of my face. But this side of my face is just, like, pouring emotion and pain. And I'm just like, and the more I cry, the more this hurts. And I'm just like, holy fuck me. Like, why did I tell people to leave me alone? Like, you know, at this point, I'm regretting a lot of things. So I called my sister and I said, I need you to come over and I need you to not bring Pam. That's the first thing. I was like, and bring all your stuff to Stitch. She said, Erin, I said, listen, I said, for once in your life, I need you to just do what is asked of you. No questions asked, because when you get here, everything will be answered. Now watch this. I wasn't speaking to her that way to be a dick. I was speaking to her that way because I know my baby sister. And she didn't know how to care without carrying at that time. I can't speak to her where she is now. At that time, she didn't. I didn't need her worrying about, oh my God, my sister ate my dog, while she trying to gather her shit to figure the fuck out what's wrong with me and drive to me. I need her centered, right? So just get here. It will all be revealed in time. So she was like, okay. I said, and I'm serious. Do not bring Pam. Well, Jasmine, my sister's not me. She's not me. So she gets to my house, and I told her, I said, the door's unlocked, so just come in. Like, don't even knock. Just come in. So she gets there, and I'm on the couch. And I'm all fucking, like, and she went, ah! Just drops her shit. I was like, do you now understand why I said just get here? And she was like, she didn't cuss. Like, she'd be like, Frick. She's like, what the fuck? I was like, oh, a dog. Me and the dog went toe to toe. I was like, I won, he dead. I was like, but, bro, I was like, my face hurts, so I'm gonna need you to like, I said, literally, from here to here is just numb. It's like, I can't feel it. I was like, what the fuck? So she's like, come here. So she sits me up, she starts moving my hair. Mind you, I look like Don King. Like, it's just everywhere. Like, the joke was, if Erica was homeless, we know what she'd look like now. And I was like, right? Because I look busted. I was like, and I'm okay with that. So she's like moving the Don Kingness around. And I'm like, I need you to be gentle. I was like, because even though it's numb, I can like, I was like, I know something's happening. It's like sending like a sharp pain. And she was like, Erica. And I was like, what? She goes, them motherfucker. And then she said, listen, I'm sorry. I didn't mean, where the fuck did you go? And I was like, and I'm trying not to laugh. And she's like, what's so funny? I was like, you, for God's sake. I was like, I'm so proud of you right now. You know? Like, I'm so proud as a big sister. Own this shit. You mad with me. Thank you. She was like, where were you? I was like, St. Mary. She's like, them motherfuckers. I said, what'd they do? She goes, you have a gash in your head so bad, Erica. She said, did they not even fucking check your head? And at that point, she goes, hold on, I need you to stand up. And when she stood me up, the whole back of me had fucking pit marks from where I had been clawed. But not one of those pit marks had been cleaned, checked, nothing. I get it. I was tore the fuck up when I got in there. But not one motherfucking medical individual thought, let me flip this bitch over. Let me check out the whole thing. They was so fucking worried about my hands, and I get it. I guess I was in full, like, again, I don't remember the hospital. And I can't be held responsible. I can't be held responsible. I was in shock, pain, ate the fuck up. So, you know. There was a gash in my head. It was in the style of a J almost. So it went like this, and then came down, and then like had a hook. So she's like cleaning the wounds on my legs, rechecking everything, and just like mad, sad, hurt, sad, but it was a full on moment. But in this moment, in walks Pam. And I look at my sister and I said, y'all got 2 cars now? Because they always have one. So that meant on Sundays they was together. So that means you either should have took Pam to church, dropped her off and came to my house. Or you left Pam at home and came straight to my house. No, here's Pam walking through my door. So I looked at her, I said, y'all got 2 cars now? She said, Erica, she wouldn't let me. I said, no, you are grown. I was like, you are bigger than her. You are bigger than me. I was like, you stand up for yourself, you know? And at this point, I'm just like, and as I'm saying this, every fucking thing starts oozing. And I heard my grandmother stop wearing it. And my sister at this point gets mad at our mom and says, get out, just go. Actually heard her use a tone with Pam in that moment I'd never heard her use, because in that moment, not just her compassion, but her medical brain, because as I'm just like, shut the fuck up, get out my house, like, you could, I was oozing, every fucking stitch was oozing, things were swelling. I could see in real time what anger, frustration, and bullshit can do to a human, can do to an inside. I could see it. Why? Because half my insides was hanging out. Still, they was barely stitched. We ain't even at 24 fucking hours. And you were here stressing me. Knowing we don't even speak. knowing you haven't even taken accountability or said, yeah, I did do that. But no, you can't be in my house. You're a thief. And I can't move fast to watch you. Get out. And my sister's trying to get her out. And she's like, I'm just trying to be your support. I'm trying to understand what we gonna do. Yes, you heard me. What we gonna do. Bitch, I was the only motherfucker there that got ate. So, unless there was a cockroach or a rat of motherfucking Tui slipped into my motherfucking pocket during the fight, the only person that has to figure out what the fuck they're gonna do is me. I ain't even spoke to you in 1.75 years. Like, I guess you gonna keep doing what the fuck you was doing before her. You was over here in my fucking business today, because did nobody invite you here? And when I said that, my sister looked at Pam and said, enough's enough, leave. She was like, if this was a hospital, I would have you banned. So Pam walked out the door and left. And my sister looked at me, she's like, Erica, I'm really, really, really sorry. And I was like, you know what, bro? I'm not even mad, because right now, you did at least stand in your power now. I said, but I wish you would do it more when I'm not present. I was like, because you deserve that too. You can do it when I'm not there too. So, when I look at y'all and I'll be like, somebody be like, my stomach hurts. Well, who you been around today? Start there. What have you eaten today? We'll go there next. How much water have you drank? How much caffeine or sugar have you consumed? We'll start at those basics. You know why? Because I have seen with my own two eyes what being around the wrong people can do to you. Like, it wasn't just I read a story. No. I got to experience it in my own flesh and blood and watch my own flesh and blood start trying to come out of me, because these places are fresh and open and it's just oozing. So imagine what's oozing on the inside every time you sit around a situation you know ain't good for you. Imagine what's going on. I was so aware of it within the realm of my mother that I was applying things. Like, I could just sit back and things were just washing, right? I just said what I needed to say and keep it moving. No energetic movement. I'm a master in this arena now. But you know what? I forgot that all things apply to all things when it comes to universal laws. So I hadn't even thought about, what does that look like when I go back to work? So I go back to work and I let my clients bully me. Essentially, because I was my sister when I went back to work. I couldn't say nothing. I needed to say a lot, and I know how to say a lot. Hello, I'm over here checking people. I'm not energetically getting rocked and not oozing anymore. Like, but now stitches are out. I'm at work, and I'm in a kitchen in the corner crying, bawling, because I can't get you to stop asking me a question. That legit happened that way multiple times. Like, I'd be like, hold on, I gotta go get some. I didn't have to go get a file. I didn't need towels. I just need to get the fuck away from y'all, because you wouldn't quit asking me a question. You wouldn't hear what I was saying because you were so fucking wrapped up in your own want. And it wasn't a need, it was a want. Because if you didn't know my business, your day was still gonna fucking flow. But they would say something, and then I would be like, let's please change the channel, find something else to talk about. Here we're back at it again. Change the channel. Change the channel. And before I just because I'm not getting cry because of what you're saying. I'm just crying because of what's bubbling up in here. Like, you just happen to be that person, but you also won't shut up. So I was like, I'm at home one night trying to decompress, not just my body, but my mind, my soul, my emotions after a day at the salon. And I'm like, these motherfuckers are beating my ass emotionally. What am I doing wrong? And then I remembered, Erica, this is your chair. Erica, this is your home. What did you do with Pam without getting energetically rocked? Because you know what you already just said, and you know you're not going to repeat yourself. Take it to work. So then I walked into work empowered, and that was the day. It was fucking beautiful, because the client of all clients was sitting in my chair. So it was like do or die, now or never. And that's not what I felt going into it, but that's what the situation immediately presented itself as. Because she comes in the door with her negative bullshit and ready to bitch, and I'm already in a negative space. So I'm like, bring it, let's bitch about it, right? Who can bitch louder? So she's talking about her shit, and then all of a sudden she goes, you know what? What's been going on with you? I was like, not here to talk about me today. She was like, well, no, like, she's like, no, like, I know everything up till now. I was like, and guess what? That was a privilege. I don't have to give you nothing. I said, I didn't have to give you that. I said, and I'm done. And she was like, you didn't have to be rude about it. I said, yes, I do. Because when I nicely ask y'all, please change the channel. Don't want to talk about that. Y'all fucking keep coming at me. I said, and then I end up in the kitchen fucking crying because I done told y'all I need to step out and grab something or I act like somebody fucking texted me. I was like, nah, this is my fucking chair. I said, and y'all are not gonna fucking bully me into talking about some shit I don't want to fucking talk about. You know why? Because I'm still processing it, so I couldn't even begin to talk about it with you if I really wanted to. I said, so how about you just keep being the negative fucking Nancy you are and let me do your fucking nails. I said, or you can leave. She looked at me, I looked at her, and I said, and I'm sorry if that hurt, but god damn it. And I got up and I walked off to the kitchen and into the supply room, and I just fucking hit the floor and broke. And my counterpart that was at the front desk at the time, he came back and he said, I am so fucking proud of you. I was like, I'm proud of me too, but goddamn it, why does it have to get here? I was like, why can't people just hear? I was like, I should never have to like get that fucking firm in my boundaries that I have so perfect, so beautifully spoken and nicely spoken. He goes, yeah, but I'm fucking proud of you. He was like, okay, now wipe those tears. He was like, you didn't already apologize. He was like, but I'm fucking proud of you. And I was like, yeah, me too. I was like, we going to lunch after this? And he was like, yeah, go hurry up and finish. Now the irony is that counterpart had so many gleaming moments in my life, in my story in that time, that he was the good guy. But god damn, he was a fucking devil. We'll get to him later. I wanted to just show y'all what it looks like when you be practicing really fucking hard at something, only directing it at one thing, forgetting you can use it in so many different ways. You might end up in a situation where people bullying you, but you done already stepped out and let people bully you. You just forgot to transfer it over to here. So, bring it on over. You ready for this? After I reset the energy in that moment, in that one conversation, but it reset all of this, it pulled me back into you do get to set a tone here. You have created a space for people to come in and have this feeling and these services, but you also have a tone that you are allowed to maintain too, Erica, and thank you for taking it back. Once I reset that precedence, guess what happened? The next day, because she was the only client I had that day, I went in just for her. The next day, do you know not one client brought it up? The next day, not one client brought it up. The next day, only the client who was my attorney, because we had business to talk about during the eloquent